Hello Elsie.
Hello, morning Tom, morning everyone.
Right, what are we doing in this video then?
Ooh, we are doing Space Lady beach casting sea fishing rod.
Alright, so we've got a new fishing rod we've decided on.
Their fill factor, is good for the lady rod. One is effectiveness and then cost and reliability.
So these are some of the factors. So the effectiveness, cost, reliability is an other area we can discuss.
Yes.
Okay, right. So, and the effectiveness is divided into, we thought, the sensitivity of the rod,
Yeah,
the visibility,
of course.
the corrosion resistance, the distance that it can cast.
Yes.
Now, more importantly that we discussed, for the ladies, it's the length and the weight. That's probably the most important thing for the ladies. On a short term, that would be the most important thing, the length and the weight. And for the long term, all the other factors comes into effect. Right, so we'll go and unbox the rod that we've chosen for you.
Really.
So Elsie, what's the main reason why we're buying a new rod and we've bought a new rod for you?
I can catch more fish.
Here it is. We've got.
Exciting. Thank you for your present.
So you can see this fishing rod comes in a nicely
box, yeah.
nicely packed box.
Can't open that quick, yeah, because
It's not going to be crushed in transport.
yeah.
Hopefully not. Anyway, with a box this big, well packed. So rest assured, if you buy from this place, the products are well packed for transport.
So can you remind me where you bought this one from?
Oh, I'm going to reveal that. I'll remind you as soon as you pull the rod out. So I might have to help you over this side. Help you pull the top off. Yeah, come out. All right. So
Nothing.
there's nothing in that. That's the end. Right. So I'll pull the box away. You just hold on. Okay.
Can you see that?
Yeah, it'll probably be, if you've turn the rod over, you'll see probably the name of it, and then you can show.
Ah.
There we go. There we go. We've chosen the Capelan
Symbolic.
Symbios 500. That's the model series, I would say. There's a series of rod. The 500 again we've chosen. But this time, we've chosen the 4.2 meter rod. The 4.2 meter rod, and this tells you the weight that it can cast, 100 grams to 200 grams. And it just says high. I'm not sure what the high means. But the 4.2 meter, do you know how many feet that is? 13.9, I think. 13 foot 9 inches. Alright, okay. Alright, so.
Shall we open it?
Yeah, let's have a look at it. I'll get these ones from this end. So it comes with a bag, as you can see.
Yeah.
Nice cloth bag. Quite a resistant material. It's not like. Probably easiest.
Wow.
So, a 3-part rod.
Yeah, I like purple colour.
Right, so here it is. It's taken out. And you may have seen this rod before. See, we do use the longer version.
Yeah, this is
And
a smaller version.
you can feel, I've noticed with rods, this part here tells you about the type of carbon used. This carbon, the more finer the mesh, the more higher the tonnage of the carbon. So this is what you call a 25T carbon, which means it's stronger it's more resistance to from snapping, so it's quite not likely that it won't snap so likely, and that's the tonnage of it. 25. It's 13 foot 9.3 inches, I think, and it's got, we've seen these before. It's a single wind on for the reel. We've got a reel available. We can wind it on if we want.
Yeah.
So it is, I'll read you how heavy it is in a second. It is, you'll see, 492 grams. Right, the transport weight length is 1.47 meters. It's got 8 eye guides on it, and these are sea guide eyes. So people may have been used to hearing a quality eye product, line guide, called Fuji. They are good, but these are probably the next best ones, sea guides. Okay, so there's 8 of these guides on it. Alright, so you asked me where this is bought. This is from Decathlon. So yeah, it's a normal retail shop for outdoor sports equipment and sportswear. Alright, so we've got, that's the middle blank. And can you tell me, I'm not sure what this SW means. It probably means sea guide. That's probably telling you what guide it is they're using. Notice that is an oval shape. These oval shaped guides.
Yeah.
Apart from the last one, they also have these markers. So you can line up the markers when you join the different parts together.
Yeah.
Alright. So this should be, of course, lighter in your hand. So let's get you assembling this rod together, Elsie.
Okay.
Alright, so Elsie's putting it together.
Yeah, the white bit. Can you see that? And then pointed to here.
So it's got a nice guide for you to make sure that you're fitting in the right way. Now, they've reported that these are a bit stiff. So Elsie, first time we've done it, and it's gone. That's it. That's exactly it. That's it. That's it. Yeah. So the guides, the white line guide, matches, and there's been. I think they may have amended it, whereas before people found it. There's some of the reviews are saying it's hard to push in. If I am not correct, I think this may have been sandpapered down by the manufacturers. I just noticed something here on this rod, Elsie. Do you know what it is? As I went to pull the rod apart, you don't need to shove it in very hard.
Oh,
One of the factors that is important is whether or not there's twist. Whether or not it twists easily. And it doesn't. It sits there quite well. It doesn't twist. And also, notice these things here. This is what I just noticed. They're like little grips for you, aren't they? See that?
Oh yeah.
When your hands are wet and the thing's greasy and oily.
Oh yeah. I can touch. They have a can grip. Yeah.
All right. So
And the gap.
I'm going to hold this while you pick up the last part.
Okay.
So I think it's a well thought out design. I think it's a premium rod for. We'll talk about the prices in a minute for the cost. Alright, so here it is, it slips in. Right, so there's a reel there, there's our normal reel that we use. Alright, so Elsie's got it in her hand. And we'll do a panning shot where we pan across in a minute. So this is the normal kind of stance that Elsie has. Right, so here, just tell me, how does it feel in your hand? We've never even tried this with this rod yet.
I think lighter.
It feels lighter, yeah?
Yeah.
13 foot 9 and 3.3 inches. So it feels lighter.
So
I've
it's
not
like
felt
that.
it yet.
Yeah. I feel good.
You feel good, so it's important that Elsie feels good about it. And we discussed some of the reasons why, you know, we've chosen this rod. We'll go through the factors one by one. It's really important to us.
I can one hand hold it.
That's it. So it already is a thumbs up there. Try that one hand hold thing again. So that's a bonus there already. That's a great.
Yeah.
Let's pan across. Nice rugged bottom.
Yeah.
You've got a variable size grip at the base. You can hear that.
Yeah.
That's the construction of it. With a
Yeah.
25T. So
But easy to grab.
high sensitivity
Sensitivity.
tip. That's the
Carbon rock.
graphics on it. Capeland. I think they're kind of an overlooked product. I don't know what you think. They're kind of overlooked in my view. And the amazing, very, very long. Look how long the tip is.
Yeah.
What you call very visible. It's not as long as on the 16-foot rod, but it's long. And I'm just going to rotate it around so we can see the guides. I'm going to make sure that they're all the same sort of guides. I'm just feeling for them. They're really solid steel construction. Keep hold of it like that.
Yeah.
That's another oval one. I'm feeling here. I'm feeling for any damages, of course. That's why I'm doing it, because you never know. Another oval one. Another oval one. So there's 8 of these. I think I've counted 8. But a round one at the end. If I remember, that looks to me maybe a 10mm diameter end ceramic. So you'll notice that this one here looks like it's backwards, and this is how it should be. So that everyone thinks this one's backwards, the first one, but it's not. See, these are pointing the other way, and this is how it should be. And that one's in a slight slope like that, and these are slightly sloped the other way, and that's on purpose. All right, let's talk about them factors, and we'll wrap up this video. You'll see. Right, so here we are. We've unboxed it, and we've got it laying down. We felt it. We both felt this rod in our hand. It feels very, very usable. I just kind of held the rod straight in my hand, almost like a carp fishing rod.
Yeah.
So let's go through some of these factors that we discussed. Effectiveness, all right, and one of the things about the effectiveness is its sensitivity. So let's test this rod's sensitivity. Let's try it. And what do we mean by sensitivity? So, all right, that's what we mean. That's what we mean. Try that again, Elsie. That's what we mean. We don't want the rod. We found out over our years worth of fishing, you know, if the plates are biting, or the particular whiting, you will find movement like this. Mm-hmm. That's when you're that's how sensitive it is. And if it's 25T, it's sensitive. If it's 40T, 40-ton carbon, it's more sensitive. So we want that. We don't want it to suddenly go damp. We don't want the dampening or effect of it to be. We want it to spring backwards and forwards. Like. So that's what we mean by sensitivity. So we can test that against this rod. You can keep that there. If you want.
Okay.
We can test that against the 16-foot rod. And that's sensitive. The 16-foot rod has got a longer visibility thing.
Yeah.
Now this is what I was really quite interested in. You stay there. See, what I was quite interested in is the thickness of the end there. Thickness of this is thicker. The 16-foot rod is thicker than the 13-foot 9-inch rod. It's thicker, so that's great. So it could, if they just decided to cut this blank down until it was short enough to fit it as a 13-foot rod, that would not be good because that would be too thick. But this is thicker than this, which is great. And they've even made this visibility
Yeah.
thing shorter because it's a shorter rod.
Yeah.
You can see it's just,
Compare different.
yeah, you can see from here to here,
Yeah.
this one is thinner and it's really quite thin when it goes there.
Yeah, so it should be really sensitive.
It should be sensitive, right. So, next thing, the corrosion resistance. Now, what do you think they mean by corrosion resistance, Elsie?
I think the eyes.
Yeah, the eyes, the metal. It says it's made of something called SS304 material, rust resistance metal. That's good enough. We've not noticed our rod, the other rod's rusting. What do you think about the distance?
Oh, the distance is how far you
Yeah.
casting.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So how far we can throw the thing. We've noticed with sea casters, sea fishing rods, a 10-foot rod can cast far, nearly as far as a 16-foot rod, to be honest.
Yeah.
So we think a 13-foot something rod is going to be able to cast really quite far. And sometimes I think a slightly shorter rod will cast it further
Yeah.
because you can whip it around quicker.
Yeah.
Okay, so we think this is going to give us maximum distance. Right, and the length. What do you think about the length at 13'9"?
It's suitable for my petite lady, especially for me.
Petite
Yeah.
ladies, for people who may not, or even for children perhaps,
Yeah.
who want to try sea fishing, they may not reach their maximum height yet. And the weight, it is, I think 500.
Yeah, I think it's okay for me. Yeah.
Yeah, you feel,
Reasonable, yeah.
you just get that weight
Not
for
look like the carp rod, but I think it's good. Yeah, at least I can hold on long time.
Yep, so it's not like a carp rod. That's an interesting point. What did we find not so good about carp rods?
Carp rod is lightweight
Yeah,
and easy hold on to,
yep,
and then can casting the distance can easier.
yeah. Yes, they're light to hold on to. I wouldn't say the distance was very good on carp rods. We couldn't get them
Just
out
for
very
me,
far.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for me, yeah.
We couldn't get them out very far with the carp rods. But what we found with carp rods? What about when the surf was a bit stronger? What did we find?
If the surf quite higher,
Yeah.
so the carp rod can't over the casting, but this one maybe can.
Yeah. So when the surf was very, very strong, there's two things we found in our experience, our limited experience. The carp rods were moving too much, weren't they?
Yeah.
And what Elsie just said is we need to get over the surf. So when there's rolling surf, that line's got to come in at an angle. Oh, here's the roll. Here we are fishing here. Here's the roll. We want to be over that surf so the line doesn't get embedded into the shingle, right?
Yeah.
So that's really, really important. This is one of the reasons why we've chosen this rod. But the longer the better, to be honest, to get over that surf. That's
Yes.
why I've got a 16-foot. But you're a lady and you can't. And did you find when you was reeling in the fish, did you catch all the fish all the time when you was reeling in with the longer rods?
No.
So when did you start? When did you most commonly lose the fish?
Nearly 100 meter.
Well, we cast it at 100 meters, but when probably.
Pull it back
Yeah, when we put it, and I noticed when Elsie, if you watch the videos,
really tight.
she was getting tired. That's the main thing. As she gets tired, the winding ability is slow.
Yeah.
As soon as it slowed, the fish got off.
Yeah.
Even with,
Nearly come to shore 100 meter.
100 meters is how far we can cast
No,
it. Probably about 30 meters away when it fell
Yeah.
off. Okay, so casting weight is between 100 grams to 200 grams. That is including all your rigs, okay, with the other bits and your bait. The optimal sinker weight, which is the lead weight, is 130 grams. It's the fast action. It's got an ergonomic butt handle All right. Was there any other thing on there that we missed? Is there anything else? No.
Other fish.
Yeah, there's some of the other fish factors was we got to get over the surf, and we got to get be able to be able to hold it long enough so you don't lose the fish. Those are the two main things. That's great. Anyway, so here we are. Elsie's got a new rod, and we're just waiting for the season to start again, or be able to go out again, right?
Yeah.
At the moment, not allowed.
If you like the video, please like button and subscribe, notification and share. Thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching. So the Symbios 500 420.
Bye now.